In this movie, I'm going to show you how to create a cutaway sectional 3D view. Sometimes you want to get a better look at a certain portion of your building, and even though you can go in and use visibility graphics or temporary hide isolate or permanent hide and isolate certain elements, sometimes it's going to be easier to just go in and actually create a custom 3D view. And the easiest way to do that is to actually modify the section box that's used to define the 3D view. So instead of showing the entire model, we can actually crop it down to just a particular area. Now you can do this manually, but the fastest way to do it is to actually use an existing view to set the extents of the 3D view. So that's the process I want to walk you through right here. I'm in a view called Cutaway View. I'm going to zoom in here on the top of the plan, and perhaps I want to get a better look at my stairwell and see how it fits into the surrounding context and make sure I'm satisfied with how everything's coming together. You can see here that I've got a section that already cuts through this stair, and it is looking at just this back portion of the building here. So I'm going to double click on the section head to open that section up just to give you a look at what it looks like. You can see that I'm seeing the double volume space in here and the stair very nicely with the curtain wall in the background. But maybe I really want to get a good look at this, and a 3D view might be a great way to do that. So let's close out of here. And I'm going to use my default 3D view icon here. Click that button, and that will take me to the default 3D view here, curly bracket 3D. Now, obviously, this is a 3D view of the entire building model and doesn't show just the stair. So what I want to do is right-click that curly bracket 3D, choose Duplicate View, and Duplicate. And then I get Copy of 3D, and I'm going to rename that, and I'm going to call this 3D Stair Section. Now, that's the view that I'm looking at right here. The next step is to come over here to the view cube, right-click anywhere on the view cube, and we have this command here called Orient to View. Now, this is a really powerful command because, as you can see, we can orient this 3D view to any of our other views in our project. So if you wanted a three-dimensional version of your floor plan, you could go to Floor Plans and choose Level 1, then use your view cube to orbit it into 3D, and there you've got yourself a 3D cutaway from a floor plan point of view. Well, we said we wanted a sectional cutaway, so I'm going to right-click again, go to Orient to View, under Sections, here's my section at stair. That's that section we were just looking at, and when I choose that and orient it to 3D, you can now see that I've got a nice cutaway view of my stair section shown here in 3D. Now we can come down to the view control bar and we can turn on shading. You've got this box right here. This is actually the section box. So it's got little grips on it, and it looks like I'm cutting off maybe a little bit behind there. I can adjust that. Maybe I can crop it in a little closer. Maybe I want to peel off this outside wall here so I can stretch it just a little bit to kind of remove that wall, maybe just a touch more, like so. And now I'm looking at the stairs all by itself. And as a finishing touch, with this box selected, I can go here to the light bulb and I can actually hide that object. So I'm going to hide elements, spin it around, and there's my completed sectional cutaway. You want to make sure that you've renamed it so that you can preserve that as its own view. But now I could put this view on a sheet, I could print it out, or I could just use it as a quality checking tool just to make sure that everything is modeled correctly and in the correct location. So the Orient to View feature, which is on the right-click menu of the view cube, allows us to very quickly take a 3D view and orient it to any of our other orthographic views, plans, sections, and elevations. It turns on the 3D section box and crops it down around the area that was defined by the corresponding plan, section, or elevation. We can fine-tune that and save it, and it becomes a cutaway 3D view that we have in our project.